Where is Waldo Stadium? Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is the home of the Western Michigan Broncos, and the fans have been eager for this showdown for a while. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Georgia Bulldogs. Squaring off with another team from the AAC, the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Broncos will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score! Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Western Michigan's offense takes the field. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive stage, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Blum making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it inside the 30. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's Santiago. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Now on second down. Using his legs, it's Jolly. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Bully ball on third and short. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He finds his man. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. There it is. That catch puts him in the 5,000-yard receiving club.
So few quarterbacks in college football are ever lucky enough to even play one snap with a receiver as talented as this guy, David. 5,000 receiving yards. That's ridiculous.
That's insane. That's video game type numbers, man. It's incredible the amount of plays he's made. Like, you think about back to his highlights, I can think of so many great plays that he consistently makes for his squad, and that's why he's in the 5,000-yard receiving club.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Handoff to the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Looking for the score. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen from Palmer. Now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires left. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Burns. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Looking to throw it again. He's got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This would have been a massive field goal try from 55 yards out. Instead, they'll go for it and try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll pull it down. Open space at the 25. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stat. When nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. this pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
Washed up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Between the uprights, it's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Coming out with it, it's Kingsbury. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Handoff from the shotgun. The pirouette from the line. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the option. He'll toss it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point was good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28, Western Michigan, 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Swings it out to his running back. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He's there to make the stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll try to power their way ahead. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Davis looking to pass. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Georgia, number 0.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score.
Western Michigan, 10.
Here he comes with the return. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Going to try to get it himself. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Broncos headed quickly to the line. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Offense gets set for second down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Pressure coming. Just a misfire from this sophomore as he threw it behind him.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bringing it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? It'll be a draw. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Waldo Stadium.
Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
The Broncos will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Power football with the run. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Battle. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there.
Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Tulsa overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Golden Hurricane tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Comes out throwing on first down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that is a first down.
Back to the air one more time. Fires downfield. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's loose. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play in there inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And the Broncos are rolling down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Western Michigan!
What a throw by the QB. You think about it, you don't have much space near the sideline, and he put that thing right on the outside of the sideline where his receiver could go make a play. Not only does he make the play, I'm pretty sure he got a foot in bounds, and that's a great touchdown catch. What a playmaker.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Kingsbury. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the lone running back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Using the quick game. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll try to get outside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Dogs will hustle to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Really nice run. Rips off 6 on the play, but it brings up a 4th and 2. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. They'll line up for a second down play. DB's right up on the receivers. On second down, he's looking downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Pocket start, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. A defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. Oh, break out the oxygen tanks. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. And they tacked on the extra point. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Line gets set, first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch, it's Santiago. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum.
Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off. Facing a third down and short from the 26. They'll try to get it through the air. Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Davis will throw. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced.
Georgia, number 0.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Western Michigan, 17.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to go up top on first down. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got an open man. Oh, he's got a chance. Flying down the right side. Inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Broncos.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you get destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run the option. Quick toss. He's past the 30. Open runway ahead. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. Give him 96 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Davis looking to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. Line gets set, 1st down. The option look. The pitch. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back. The line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark. And when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Davis will throw. They're setting up the screen. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the 1st.
Another interception. That's his 4th fourth of the day.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to get to it. He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The sure hands, it's Battle. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. When under critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He'll pitch it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Wide open downfield. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown.
Western Michigan, 24.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The throw to the outside is complete. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He wants to throw. Got his man down the middle. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Brings up 2nd down.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility.
He lofts one down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the grab on the right. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. The Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement to the future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
After misfiring, it's second down. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll try to get the edge on the left. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll toss it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. One more play to pad the stats. Going up top on first down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football.